Hello and welcome to our introduction to the Warhorse unit. In this video, we'll take a look at how the unit develops reading comprehension and writing skills, as well as a detailed understanding of the textual elements and themes of the novel. Warhorse by Michael Morpurgo is a heartwarming tale about a young boy named Albert and his beloved horse Joey. Set during World War I, the story follows an incredible journey of Joey, who is sold to the army and ends up on the front lines of the war. Despite the challenges they face, Albert and Joey's unbreakable bond is at the heart of the story. It's a touching and inspiring story that teaches us about the power of compassion and the enduring strength of true friendships. Our literature study guides include detailed information on text-level reading, sentence-level and text-level writing and vocabulary. The study guides are organised by lesson, providing an overview of the intended learning and suggested teaching and learning activities for each lesson in the unit. For each lesson in a week, we describe the big ideas of the chapters we read, providing an overview of critical plot points and concepts, and preparing teachers to guide discussions about characters and a story. The reading mode section provides a suggestion for who might do the reading during the read aloud. Note that this is just a suggestion. You can make changes based on your knowledge of your students. Our approaches to text reading include teacher reading aloud, student reading aloud, and independent reading. While facilitating these reading sessions, it's important to keep the reading order unpredictable, keep reading times short, and minimize transition times between readers. You can find more information about this in the text reading guide. Each lesson also includes suggested pause points and queries. Pause points are strategic stops in the text for discussions, while initial queries are open, text-dependent questions aimed at deepening comprehension. When using pause points and queries, it's essential to download and review the novel study guide, think about the key understandings, anticipate potential comprehension difficulties, including vocabulary and literary concepts, and adjust questions as necessary without feeling compelled to use all the provided queries. We also focus on literary terms and devices, helping students describe how these tools enhance an author's style and add depth to the text. Throughout this unit, we suggest teachers look at metaphor, alliteration, simile, personification, imagery, onomatopoeia, and repetition. There are also opportunities in text-level writing tasks to use some of the devices. Each week, we make suggestions for vocabulary instruction, broken up into incidental vocabulary and explicit vocabulary. The incidental vocabulary section contains a list of Tier 2 words from Warhorse that may require some explanation or the provision of a synonym. Classroom teachers will know their students best, and so can make good judgments about which of these words to elaborate on and which ones they may not address at all. It is not anticipated that teachers will spend time on all of these words. The aim of implicit vocabulary instruction is to support comprehension by providing some in-reading explanation while maintaining the natural flow of reading. This approach enhances students' ability to engage with the text deeply and meaningfully without disrupting the reading experience. After reading, we provide 2 to 3 Tier 2 words for explicit teaching. Teachers have the flexibility to choose the number of words and which specific words to teach, tailoring the instruction to fit the needs and timing of the classroom context. These words are not just part of a single lesson, but are revisited in subsequent daily review sessions to reinforce learning and ensure retention. It's crucial to understand these reviews to reflect the vocabulary taught to maximize the impact on students' vocabulary development. You can find more information about vocabulary instruction in the Vocabulary Teaching Guide. The final section contains lesson detail, which describes the ways in which students will write about what they have read while learning key skills at both the sentence and text level. Let's start with sentence level writing. Our sentence level writing sessions on Monday through to Wednesdays aim to teach various sentence types and structures and provide practice writing about the reading material. Text level writing, scheduled for Thursdays and Fridays, focuses on teaching the macro and micro structures of genres and offers extended writing opportunities. Finally, we include supplementary non-fiction texts on Thursday and Friday to provide background knowledge, supporting comprehension and enhancing writing skills. As this unit focuses on both imaginative and persuasive writing, we use a range of supplementary texts that will help students understand, discuss, and write about the issues of the novel. Students will read supplementary texts about horses in World War I and other information about the war that could help them understand the era and issues. Teachers could plan to use these texts as an interesting opportunities for discussion, or they could encourage students to use this content in their own writing. We also provide an assessment for the literature study that covers vocabulary, sentence level writing, text comprehension, and text level writing. The assessment includes multiple choice and short answer questions, as well as prompts for narrative and persuasive writing. Let's take a closer look at Warhorse and the specific skills and knowledge developed over the course of the unit. Each lesson has a specific reading focus from the text. We scaffold reading the whole novel by breaking it down into sections that can be read and discussed in a lesson. Oral language is developed through a combination of pause points for discussion, oral reading opportunities, and discussion of issues raised throughout the novel. Teachers might like to build in more formal discussion opportunities to develop understanding of content related to the supplementary texts. 3 lessons of each week have a sentence level writing focus. This helps students learn to write detailed and fluent sentences to express their understanding of Warhorse. We deliberately repeat tasks to give students the opportunity to have repeated practice with key skills while also reviewing key elements of the novel. Sentence level writing tasks use content and example from the novel to build both writing and comprehension skills. In weeks 1 and 2, students identify and use appositives to expand sentences. Correct punctuation is modelled, and students practice using examples from the novel. Students will also practice sentence expansion by adding details for who, when, why, and how. In the 3rd week, students revise subordinating conjunctions and practice using them to add independent clauses to dependent clauses. In weeks 4, 5, and 6, we revise pronouns, commas, and conjunctions and use these to combine simple sentences. They also use conjunctions to expand sentence stems. Students also revise the purpose and features of a topic sentence to help them write their sentence level piece. Each week, we provide 2 lessons that focus on the development of text level writing skills. The text level writing tasks for this unit focus on building students' understanding of both imaginative and persuasive texts. We carefully scaffold writing opportunities so that students are fully supported to plan, write, and edit a full text. We also provide mentor texts for both genres so that teachers can model each step. To support students to write an imaginative text, we begin by guiding students to write an introduction paragraph, including descriptions of character and setting. In the 2nd week of the unit, students are supported to write action details to develop the problem, and in the 3rd week, they are supported to write a resolution and concluding paragraph. To help students write a persuasive text, we build an understanding of the structure and language features of genre. We provide a topic and a mentor text that allows teachers to model the writing at each step. Students learn about rhetorical questions and emotive and high modality language. They begin by writing a carefully structured introduction. We scaffold students' thinking about key arguments and supporting ideas, then model writing a single paragraph based on their side of the argument. Students then write a second and third body paragraph and a conclusion. At each stage, they are supported by a mentor text and carefully structured lessons that break the writing task into manageable chunks. The Warhorse unit has been created to provide support for your teaching. The unit documents, as well as the associated lesson materials, are adaptable for the needs of your students in your class. We hope that you and your students enjoy teaching this unit.